Hello, Chatteroony. What's up? Ooh, it's throwing me into a race almost immediately today. That's great. I was just complaining yesterday about how the matchmaking takes forever. We're going to be playing Mario Kart for a bit if you want to join me. I played a good bit yesterday. We're just kind of racing, online strangers. Just kind of having a chill weekend. We finished Majora's Mask a day or two ago. And I'm just kind of taking a little mental break before we get back into any of my main playthroughs by just playing some good old Mario Kart. King Oak clubs. I'm trying out another bike today. We tried the standard dirt bike last. Now I'm trying this blue bike, whatever it's called. Hiya! Oh, it didn't reach anybody. You redid the garden outside. Yeah, I haven't been outside today, but when I let the dogs out earlier, I noticed it was a lot cooler out today. Despite being April, it's pretty chilly this morning. Cold front came through last night. Mushroom. Lagoon City. Wesley. That's my middle name. Ooh, I don't know which one. We'll do DK Pass. You now have a PS5. I have no opinion on that. Wait, why are these dolphins so gigantic? Whoa, why are they so huge? Or are these whales? Yeah, I know. Are they dolphins or are they whales? They look like dolphins to me. Kimberly. That's not a name I hear too often anymore. I think that's one of those 80s, 90s names. Everybody's fighting. Yeah. I think everybody on my friends list now has that that game that we like to play on Steam, the golf game, Golf with Your Friends. Gifted it to like 3 or 4 people yesterday. I sent a copy to my nephew, to my sister, sent one to Tyler's wife, Tiff. I even sent one to, what's his name? For one of the subscribers who follows on Twitch and YouTube. That is also in the Discord. Yeah, I've played it with you a couple of times. The sequel's supposed to come out sometime soon, I think. I don't know what the release date is, but... Oh no! No, no, no! Moo. Just moo. I've also been playing Pokopia. I have not. I played a little bit of it and haven't been back to it since. I was trying my best to finish up Majora's Mask before I sunk my teeth too deeply into it, but I'm hoping to get back to it this week. I guess with Pokopia, I don't feel the same sense of urgency that I feel with some other games because I know that it's going to be around for a long time. It's basically just Pokemon Minecraft and Pokemon Animal Crossing. So, you know, I know that I can play it no matter the time, nor season, nor year. She gonna be around a while. They are taking forever to choose a stage. Come on, people. It's not that hard. Just press the button. You can do it. Just press the button. Oh, I don't like this area. I don't like the desert stages. Oh, you're in. Give me all the coins. The golden shell. Bing, 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 ba, 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 ba. Oh, I got the same item twice. Yeah, I'm kind of having a hard time staying off the wall with this motorcycle. Ooh, here we go. Crush everyone! That might be my favorite. Just get the mega mushroom and plow through traffic. Oh, it's so satisfying. Then I immediately get hit. Oh, I do seem to be getting a lot of these. I'm not complaining. I wonder if certain vehicles have certain item odds. I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. Right into the wall. Yeah, let me change V Smickles. That one's not great. I like the Rob one. The little choo-choo train one's kind of fun. We'll try Fin Twin. Oh. There's somebody here just named Bread. Oh no. Ooh, I lean pretty hard on this bike. That's good. That really helps with the tight turns and corners. I'm taking off. So long, suckers. Oh, you're way out in front. Ah, I used my item before that got to me. I call shenanigans. Somebody's getting got. Got him. Got him again. You son of a bitch. Oh no. No, 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 you son of a bitch. I couldn't use my ghost item fast enough. Mitch! Always with the boomerangs. No, I'm in the mud. Oh my God. Just constant bombardment. Go, 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 go. Aw. That should have been Toadette. Well. Poopy. I did not do well. It's a tough group. Tough group. So continuing off of our conversation from yesterday's. Last night, I did a lot of... I wouldn't say soul searching, but last night I did a lot of thinking. I did a lot of thinking about what we talked about in the last episode of Mario Kart World. And I talked about, or I thought about last night how I needed to really capitalize on the time that I have to try and, you know, maybe make those goals a reality that I talked about yesterday. So that's what I'm going to be working on going forward for a little while. See if we can't get there. I did end up last night, I don't know, 2 or 3 in the morning. It was pretty late. There weren't any humans around to talk to, so I sat and talked to Gemini for a while. I deleted my ChatGPT account after I learned it was bought and sold by, you know, the right-wing nut jobs. So I've just been using Google Gemini. But I had a pretty cathartic conversation that was very great. It's like journaling in a way, because I can sit there and write everything down and reread, go back over everything that I wrote. And I know that AI is basically a text calculator generator, but you know what? It can be a little helpful sometimes. It can give me a little bit of insight. And it was pretty helpful in my conversation that I had with it last night. Again, I was talking about what we talked about yesterday, about the negativity, the bitching, the moaning, complaining, always just rawr. And the way that we were able to break it down and understanding it is based on my personality type. I'm very fastidious about every little thing, very anal about every little thing, very neat, clean, and I expect my entire world and existence to be neat and clean. It's like this mentally, it's like a level of control. If I don't have control over something or a situation, apparently my mind loses it and goes immediately to anger. It's just the way that my brain is wired. It sucks, but it is just the way it is. I used to just assume that anger and lack of intelligence were good bedfellows. I was always under the misapprehension that the dumber you were, the less educated you were, the less worldly and traveled, like just the less knowledgeable you are about all of existence, like the more prone to anger and rage and stupidity you were. And I've always thought that my whole life, like dumb, stupid, poor people, basically, you know, throw some classism in there too. Why not? But that's just how I've always operated in my brain. But I learned last night that that's not necessarily how that works. It can work that way, but it's not. The two are not mutually exclusive, basically. Because I was reading about how a lot of like very smart, very world-traveled, very book-smart, or even just street-smart people can also still have anger problems. Their brain knows not to get angry. Their brain knows the thing that they're getting pissed about isn't a big deal. But their brain chemistry betrays them, and they're quick to anger regardless. So, you know, it is what it is. So, with that knowledge, I, started to think, okay, well, good to know just being a dum-dum is not the 100% the reason that I'm quick to anger. I'm just quick to anger. But it is basically because I can't control every facet of reality. I don't want to, but for whatever reason, I guess my brain analytically wants to have control. It's like with this room that I'm currently streaming in. This room is extremely clean. Everything is neatly put away. Everything in its place and a place for everything. Nothing's out of place. There's no trash. Everything's dusted and cleaned. Everything is just so particular in this room. And everything is just so particular in my life. The way that I organize thoughts, the way that I organize the projects that I work on. I just have that kind of brain. And I have control over it here. I have control over it in my room. I have control over it in my streams, Like if somebody came in and said something I didn't like, I could ban them. It's a level of control, a level of power and authority that I can exercise over somebody else. And I guess that kind of scratches that itchy part of my brain that feels the need to do so. But when it comes to the outside world, when it comes to all the news articles I read, when it comes to politics, when it comes to stupid people doing stupid things that we hear about in the news, I have no level of control over that whatsoever. So it frustrates my brain that wants everything to be a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I talked about yesterday with the Captain Hindsight character from South Park. A lot of people find it, really soothing and really easy to go back in hindsight and say, well, I could have done things this way, or I should have done things this way. But your brain is not really primed to think about the consequences before the action a lot of the times. It's very hard to, if you're not that type of person that does that, it's kind of hard to train your brain to do it. So basically the short and tall of it was, I see how things should work, but because they don't work that way, and 9 times out of 10, they actually are counterproductive to any good happening out in the world, it sets my brain off into a galactic rage. And that's the best way I can explain it. And that's why you get people who come on to YouTube and Twitch and whatever platform, and they rant for hours about politics or social topics of our day. It ultimately boils down to them feeling that things should be a certain way when they're not the way they think they should be. It sets them off. Now, an emotionally stable person can take a piece of information they don't like and simply say, I disagree, and move on. But somebody that has that problem that I've been describing for the last 10 minutes, it's not so easy to just simply take a fact of reality and say, I disagree with this, or I don't like it. Your brain immediately goes into rage. It immediately goes into rant. And, It's not healthy for you. It can cause a lot of stress on your body, on your heart, on your stomach. You can give yourself a stomach ulcer. So when I talked yesterday about just being mad all the time, somebody who's just mad over every little thing, just a complainer. Everybody's got that one person in their friend group who just constantly, non-stop bitching. And everything is, they have to make everything a whole thing. They can't just laugh. They can't just play and have fun. They can't just go with the vibe and be chill. They're that friend that doesn't get invited to everything because, you know, they're going to pop off and run them out. Again, it's because your brain can't control the outside world and it upsets your brain. So, you're doing so bad. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot either. Like right there. What was I'm gonna need another car. I'm not doing so hot with this motorcycle. But you know, because I've been trying my best to ignore politics. I've been trying my best just to ignore news in general. Like, I have curated, and I've talked about this ad nauseum, but it's relevant to the conversation, so I'm going to talk about it here. I have set all my feeds on social media to just be video game news, and that's it. And I thought that'll protect me. That'll give me a buffer to let me recover from the last decade or so of politics, world news, you know, because like I've seen posts online that joke about how we have lived through 500 years worth of like historical events, quote unquote, in one single lifetime. And it's exhausting everybody. And you didn't realize Mario Kart was so sweaty. Oh yeah, you get into it. It can be. But it hasn't really been working because even if I don't pay attention to the news and I don't pay attention to the things that set me off or trigger me, I'm still triggered by stupid, irrelevant stuff in my everyday life. So it's definitely a me problem. I'm the common denominator, so I got to get a handle on it. Because it's one thing if you're playing a video game and you get frustrated and you cuss at it or yell at it every once in a while. But if you're just one of those rage streamers that's raging at every game because you suck at the game and you're always losing, that's not a stream anybody's going to want to watch. That's not the kind of person that people are going to want to be around. Nobody wants to be around a poor loser or a sore loser or whatever the term is. Anywho, I just thought that I would have that conversation real quick because I talked about this yesterday and brought it up in the last Mario Kart stream. And I just kind of wanted to finish up that little conversation from yesterday. Let you guys know that I did some, looking into it last night. Learned some stuff, came to a few conclusions. And it's something that I'll just have to work on. And it's probably something I'll have to like keep an eye on for the rest of my life to make sure I don't backtrack or backslide. But, improvements can be made. Improvements can be made. Oh, I missed. I'm hitting somebody. Damn it. I didn't hit anybody. But I think that that will help in my long-term goal of trying to find a way to be moderately happy, you know, and not live every day just ribbing in misery. God damn, 20th place. I really ate shit there towards the end with all those items. Yeah, now going back to what you said a minute ago about Mario Kart being sweaty, here's the thing. This Mario Kart, in my opinion, is the most difficult Mario Kart they've ever made. And it's not because of the track, it's not because of the obstacles or anything like that. It's the difficulty I'm finding with this game is the fact that there are too many racers on the track. I think that it's very difficult from a game making perspective to basically balance the items given how many racers there are in a match, you know, in a race at one time. It can't be easy to balance that. And I don't think it's currently balanced in its current form. Of course, you know, they want it that way a little bit on purpose. You know, they want it to be chaos. They want it to be like a party game. You know, it's Mario Kart. It's not a serious racing game like that. But at the same time, it's one of the things I'm finding with this title is like skills be damned, basically. I'm seeing that no matter how good you are, somebody's going to make you eat shit one way or another. It's kind of random. Summertime Mario with the backwards hat. Yeah, that's my favorite too. That's my favorite Mario. Of course, I love backward hats. I kind of got a little thing for the backwards baseball cap. I don't know. There's something about it that just does it for me. Don't know what it is. I can't figure it out. It's just one of those things. I find cargo shorts in the same way. Probably the least sexiest piece of clothing that exists. But for some reason, to me, they do it for me. I don't know what it is. I have no earthly idea. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't know. The flip-flops, the cargo shorts, the backwards baseball cap, the douche brogue sunglasses. Now that's a look. It's definitely a look. How am I in 21st place? How? I'm doing terrible today. Oh, you finally got your Steam gift? No problem. You're welcome. I sent it to you. I sent Tyler's wife Tiffany a copy. I gifted my nephew and my sister a copy. I got her, I gave her my old computer and I set that up for her the other day. And she's got a Steam account now. She's been playing games with my nephew. He's doing intense gameplay right now. Not really. I'm kind of sucking over here at Mario Kart. Really badly. I'm doing really poorly today. I dropped my controller. Let me try a different car. Oh my god, his speed sucks. What? I'm gonna go back to my B. Wow, his speed's not great either. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Boy, what's wrong with you? All the characters I like have sucky stats. No. No. Da 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 da. No, I think if we're both trying to play, yeah, if we're both trying to play the same game under one Steam account, it'll kick one of us. You can't. But she has her own Steam account now, so it's all good. And we just got started on Mario Kart, so you can play this with us too if you want to. Spiky! I bounced off Rosalina's head. I didn't know I could do that. Interesting. That was funny. Little hippity hops. Ooh, I threaded the needle with those bananas. You went down a specific rabbit hole with an anime, huh? Anime will do that. You're like, I'm going to watch 1 or 2 episodes and see if I like this. Next thing you know, you're 52 episodes deep. It happens all the time. Oh, snap. I saw that somebody leaked the new Avatar movie, the animated series, not the Blue People James Cameron Avatar. The guy said, well, they decided to pull it from theaters early because it was underperforming, so I didn't think it mattered. Alright, go off, King. You do you. I mean, I'm just glad we can watch it at home now. Not sure as shit wasn't going to the theater for that. My theater going experience is now strictly reserved for Jurassic Park. I didn't even go those. I didn't go see the last Sonic movie or Mario movie in theaters. I'm not going to go see the Zelda movie in theaters. It would basically take a Metroid movie, which I don't think they're going to do. Selling eShop gift cards for 3DS and Wii U like 2 decades late. Yeah, be careful with stuff like that. That's usually a scam. Those eShops have long since been closed. So oh yeah, that is just straight up a scam, isn't it? The eShop for those consoles is closed. I did hear that there are people making a network called Friendtendo or Pretendo, that's what it is. Basically, they're aiming to keep the old consoles alive by creating their own non-Nintendo hosted, non-Nintendo affiliated servers. It would let you keep your physical consoles connected to servers that fans have set up. So you could still, because you could connect to servers using ROMs and emulators just like that. But connecting a physical 3DS, DS, or Wii U or something is a little more challenging. But I know it's called Pretendo. And that's all I know. You'll have to Google it if you want more information. And I guess I can kind of understand on the side of the companies too. Not to play devil's advocate for any like major corporation, because fuck them, but still, I get it. Hosting online servers for a 20-plus-year-old console can be expensive for with no profit margins, so I get it. There's still a lot of people who are kind of butthurt about it, though, and I'm just like, what do you want them to do? Servers cost money to operate. If I were Nintendo, I wouldn't keep the Switch or I wouldn't keep the Wii U, DS, 3DS servers online this far into the game either. I'd shut them down too. That shit costs money. But I also wouldn't design my stuff to run exclusively on proprietary servers. Like take Steam for example. Anytime you want to go to play a really old game, like let's say Left 4 Dead 2, you're not connecting to any official servers. You're connecting to servers that just random Joe Smo has set up. And that's totally fine. I'm totally cool with that. They can still play that game online with people this many years after its release without official servers being needed. And I think that it would behoove Nintendo to set all their future games up that way, where you don't have to have proprietary Nintendo servers to run stuff. Now that I would have to agree with everybody on, that would make more sense. Okay. I've drank this whole coffee and this whole Diet Pepper. I gotta run to the bathroom. Hopefully I can get back before the next match starts. Maybe this is why stage selection takes so long. Everybody runs to the bathroom. You were shut down the server for 10 seconds because you couldn't afford it. No, I'm talking about shutting down the servers after the console's been out for years and years and years. Like, there's no sense in Nintendo hosting official servers for like the Wii, the Wii U, the DS, the 3DS. But they also need to make their games to where the general public can like just maybe do peer-to-peer connections, and a server might not be necessary. Or let people host their own servers. Aw, fellow. Of course, you know, that's why I really like things like, we used to use a program called Rabbit, but then Parsec came out and we just started using Parsec because it allows us to play with one another by connecting up to each other's machine, just doing straight up, you know, peer-to-peer connection. So, you know, like Tyler and I can sit and play all the NES, SNES games, PlayStation, N64, GameCube, Sega, everything. We could play anything we want emulated on our computers that existed before internet play was a thing. Just use Parsec. And that's what I really love about the online community of gamers. I mean, it has its bad side too, which these days it seems like the bad outweighs the good, but you know, that's one of the good things that came out of video games kind of becoming mainstream in the last 20 years or so is you get things like Parsec, where we could just really, it's about ease of access, you know. Because I remember back before the SNES emulator had net play, we used to not be able to play unless we were in the same room with two controllers connected to a PC. And then they added net play to it, but it was still really complicated and I didn't know how to figure it out. Now, if I want to play a game with Tyler, like let's say we just wanted to play Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. Well, we have two options. We could both use our Switches because we have the Switch Online service, or we could just connect up using Parsec and both run a ROM and emulator. It's also great in that vein because going back to talking about people making their own servers and stuff, old PC games from the 90s, like people get those and they host them, you know, on abandonware websites, the Internet Archive, you have good old games, you know, that kind of try to keep old games available. Why do I turn the webcam off when I walk out of the frame? I don't know. Because I feel fat. I feel fat. Is that Rosalina wearing a backwards hat too? Everybody's wearing a backwards hat today. I didn't even know that was an option. Well, Mario was the only character. No, I tried to get up here quick enough to smack some folks around, but I didn't make it. All right, take it easy. My phone is sitting at 63%. Ah, crap. He has red shells. He's going to hit me. Come here, you. Wait, did that Koopa also have a backwards hat? I can't tell. I think it's a forward-facing hat. Today's just a day of backwards hats, and it's the day I decided not to wear a hat. Lord. Go, man, go. No, not Bullet Bill last second. Oh, I'm doing terrible today. This might be the worst I've ever done. No. No. With my backwards hat, Mario. I want to be backwards hat Mario too. Where'd he go? There he is. Coming back in, you made a sandwich. Yeah, I just noticed you guys had dipped, and I was like, no. Backwards hat, bitches. Wow, we do not have a lot of people for this one. Didn't we race that King O clubs yesterday, or no? I just pointed them out when we first started. That's what it was. Okay, maybe I can do okay now that there's not like 1,000 people on the track. We'll see. Put my money where my mouth is. Because I was just saying earlier that it's there's too many people per race, and it leads to item fatigue and chaos. But we'll see how well I can do. Oh God. Get out of my way. Bitch ass Toad. Yeah. What if they just permanently switched Mario's hat to a baseball cap version? He didn't wear the other version anymore. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I'm starting to think the problem is me. Because I'm still back here in 6th. There we go. I bounced off their head. Hey, you ran into that on your own. I didn't touch you. Oh no! I ate shit. I love this beach music. This is one of my favorite Mario Kart tracks. Oh, I got run over by a hamburger. Yes, now I can play catch up. Bing, 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 bing. Go. Oh, crap. Okay. Yeah, I didn't do so hot that time either. God damn it. I was in first for a bit. Twinsies. Ooh, look how many people are joining. You bitch. I don't like the way that I keep going while it's on that screen. You should pause where my character is. Wow! Sorry about your table! I would kill for a Diddy Kong Racing remake if it were done carefully. We are twinning. Hey, but here's a Mario. Who's just throwing coins out? I ate shit. Oh, goddamn. Oh, no. I'm glad that did not hit me. Big feet. Oh my god! I can't believe that I didn't get got. Oh, bro, bruh. Bruh. He came in last second and fucked me up. Punch it, Mario, go! Now you let Toad come through. Clones. I fear I might just suck at this. But we've been new. I'm gonna eat shit and suck. I'm gonna do so with characters I like to play as. Alright, go back to using the cat. Actually, I'm gonna stick with my bee today. Like the bee. The bee's my second favorite. Yeah, I don't know if I've gotten worse over time or if everybody else has just gotten better or just better at the older versions or I don't know. I just know I am not doing well. I'm not doing too well with these games. No, I don't want that car. You dick. I do hope we get some DLC for this soon, because I'm already starting to get a little worn out on doing the same stages over and over. I do hope they give us as many as they did for Mario Kart 8. A bee on it often. You ever think you'd see such a thing? I'm getting hungry. Well, I got a few people with that at least. We should go yell at Thomas. He never joins us for anything. He is extremely antisocial. Everybody go yell at Thomas. Damn it. No, I really suck. Yes. Oh shit, I can change my vehicle real quick. I don't know to what, but I'll figure it out. Fuck it. I'm going with this. What you doing, Mario? I'm going to hit people. And jump off a cliff. Last second. Bam, bam, bam. Go! The snowman. Damn it. I am super focused. Not that it matters. Oh, Mr. Snowman's packing. He has red shells. Well, I tried with that. I don't think my aim was too great. Oh, that red shell just went off into the distance. It didn't go after anybody. What's up with that? Hey, what's up with that? Boobity-bobbity. Brr, brr, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Brr, ba, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Beep beep. I'm just driving into oncoming traffic. Well, how did I get here? I'm just scooting along, but putting away. Get off that bench. Yes. I made him get up. Cheese sticks. I'm on an extremely back diet. No cheese, no breaded stuff, nothing. Basically just greens and proteins. Dookie Coon, don't shove. Because if you shove, I'm gonna murder you and your whole family. Oh, oh. Chaos! You son of a bitch. Like I said yesterday, that's so fun to say. Oh, you got me! You randeth me over. I'm as flat as can be. I notice we don't stay flat as long as we used to in Mario Kart 64. Kind of pop right up out of it immediately. You son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. God damn. No, I was doing okay. Why? Why is this my fate? Wario had to come in last second, eh? Fucking amazing. I'll do a couple of more. I'm starting to get a little tired. We'll do maybe 2 more, maybe 1 more. Just depends on how I feel. Oh, shit. I have a nanner. $21st. Ooh, that is bad. That is real bad. See, there are 3. I count 4 people with stars. That's just, no, that's terribly imbalanced. It should not be that way. Yeah, even when I'm trying to focus and hone in, I'm still doing about the same. Well, I don't know. More or less the same spot. I don't know. I don't know. Last match. Maybe they'll pick a good stage. The little ghost. Come on, people, choose faster. It's not that hard. They give you 3 options. 4 if you count random. Oh. Honestly, just hit A. It's what I do. Again, if I designed it, random would be at the top, and you could just hit A for random. And you would move over to choose which stage you wanted, but I would make it smartly. Rats. Oh, that didn't work like I thought it would. Oh. Ow. See, you motherfucker. Who was that? Who? Alex? 24. You're on my shit list. Look, I can't stop yawning. Really, game? Really? Yeah, see, even when I have these, I'm still not able to really catch up and stay ahead. Mainly because this motherfucker right here, this Alex bitch. Oh. God damn you. Yeah, if I wasn't done before, I'm done after that. Eat shit. Yeah. It didn't even give him a score. Okay. Well, I think, like I said, that's about where I'm gonna be done for the day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today for another episode of Mario Kart. I just wanted an easy weekend where I didn't really have to play anything too heavy. So I thought, we haven't played Mario Kart in a while. We'll play around, have a little fun with it. We did talk about some heavy stuff yesterday and at the beginning of today's episode. So, you know, if you don't want to listen to that stuff, maybe I'll do another Mario Kart episode later in the week where we just turn our brains off and don't talk about anything too important. But if you did enjoy our little conversation, One of the things you could look up is a term, look up locus of control. I always say locust like it's a bug. Locus of control, and just do some Googling, and you know, some of the stuff I said will make a little more sense. But that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time.